Okay, welcome back to my class. We're going to pick up where we left off from core and floor, and we're now going to really focus on stretching our hamstrings. So first, let's get into tabletop. And have your hands right nice and under your shoulders. And first start by taking a deep breath in and looking forward, broadening your collarbones, looking straight ahead into cow. And on your exhale, push back into cat. On your next inhale, push forward, look forward, back into cow. And on your exhale, push into cat. Next, we're going to grab our blocks and just do a simple lunge. Bring your right leg forward into a lunge. And push nice and deep into that lunge for one breath. In and out. And now bring your right leg back. Get back into a tabletop position. And we're going to hold bear pose for 5 breaths. So lift your knees up, just 1 inch hovering above the ground. Have your arms nice and stacked. And we're going to count to 5. On your 5th breath, you can bring your knees back down. Now get back onto your blocks and bring your left knee forward and into that lunge again. And push deeply into that lunge. Feel the nice hip opener there. And hold for 1 breath. You can bring your left leg back, get back into a tabletop position, and bring your blocks off your mat. And this time we're going to get into bear again with your knees hovering off the ground, and this time push back into a nice down dog. You can start walking out your dog, take turns stretching both legs. And now, nice and slow, we're going to bring our right leg forward into another lunge. You can put your left knee down for support. Grab your blocks again, and this time we're going to get into a half splits pose. So with your right leg bend, just start shimmying it forward as far as it'll go. You can use your mat to slide forward a bit. We're going to look forward, broaden our collarbones, try to keep a nice straight back, and get as far as you can while still feeling comfortable into your half splits pose. You can try to lower that left hip down, but you want to try to stay as straightforward as possible. And just hold here for 1 breath and sink nice and deep into that hamstring stretch. Now on your next breath, you can start bringing your left foot back into that lunge pose. Bring your blocks off to the side, plant your hands, and push back into a down dog. Hold here for 1 full breath. Make sure your fingertips are nice and engaged, pushing into the ground. You want to have a flat back. The highest point of your body should be those hips lifting up. And now nice and slow, bring your left foot forward. Hold for 1 second and plant your left foot down into a lunge. And you can bring that right knee down as well. Grab those blocks again and look forward. Sink nice and deep into those hips. And we're going to do the half splits on this side. So start shimmying that left foot forward as far as it'll go comfortably. Once you've gone as far as you feel comfortable, just start sinking nice and deep into that half splits pose. Make sure your collarbones are nice and forward. Try to keep that spine straight. We don't want to start rounding yet. And just hold for 1 breath. Now bring that left foot back into a lunge. And you can push the blocks off to the side, plant your hands, bring that left foot back and pop up into down dog. Hold this down dog for one breath and focus on straightening your back. So you can do that with bent knees, whatever you need to get that back straight and your hips up in the air while always planting your fingertips down into the ground. Now you're going to take a look forward, and on your next breath you can either step or hop if you're feeling up to it to the front of the mat. On your inhale, take a hop forward, and then hands to the shins, a nice half bend with your back flat and looking forward. And now forward fold, start stretching the back of those legs. Hold your forward fold for a few breaths in and out. And on your next inhale, root to rise into Tadasana. We're going to do a nice forward fold again. And there's a furry friend joining us. You could move. Forward fold. And now jump back into plank pose. And chaturanga down into your up dog pose and into down dog. And we have a dog joining us right now. Hold your down dog for one breath. And bring that right leg forward. This time keep your left leg up. And we're going to lift up into crescent lunge. So you want a nice lunge into that right foot. Feel it planted into the ground. Your left foot can be up off the ground. Your heel can be off the ground. And lift those arms forward, bend nice and deep into that crescent lunge. Now we're really going to start to stretch out our back of our legs into a side lunge pose. So bring your arms into prayer position, and we're going to go into Skadasana. Flip over to do a nice deep side lunge on the right side. So your right foot should be bent. And we're going to hold this side lunge pose and go up on an inhale and forward fold. Place your hands to the middle of your mat while you forward fold wide-legged. Hold for one breath. On an inhale, bring your hands back to prayer, and this time we're going to do a side lunge on the left. So you want your left leg nice and bent into that lunge, and your right leg can pop up if you're able to, if it's comfortable, and a long side lunge. On your next inhale, pop back up. Move forward into crescent lunge again and deep into that right lunge. Bring your arms up into crescent and hold for one breath. And come back down, place your hands at the front of the mat. Bring your right foot back into plank and chaturanga down. Back into up dog for one breath.